Where do Steph Curry and the Warriors go next after Jimmy Butler injury? Dallas. Stephen Curry prides himself on staying cool under pressure. He has done it throughout his 17-year NBA career. No matter how high the stakes get in a game, he maintains a calm demeanor. It's rare to see him show much frustration. He knows how much work he has poured into his game, and he knows the standard he has set for himself. He wants to stay in control, on and off the floor, because he understands that all eyes will be on him no matter where he goes. At 37 years old, Curry is one of the most popular stars in the world and remains at the top of his craft. But as the proud Golden State Warriors guard enters the next chapter of his career without Jimmy Butler, he's trying to find a balance between where he and his team are and the championship level he still wants to achieve. It's a different kind of battle that was evident both during and after the Warriors' 123-115 loss to the Dallas Mavericks on Thursday night. For the first time since an MRI confirmed that Butler tore the ACL in his right knee in Monday's win over the Miami Heat, Curry talked about the impact of the injury. He had deflected questions about the future in the immediate aftermath of Monday's win, waiting until the MRI results came in. He took the night off from speaking to the media after a blowout loss to the Toronto Raptors on Tuesday, when he shot just 6 of 16 from the field and played poorly. That was notable because Curry always talks to the media. He's the most accessible superstar in the NBA and one of the most media-friendly athletes in sports. Curry scored 38 points in Thursday's loss. He hit shots from all over the floor, skipping around the court after a few of them. But as has been the case several times already this season, even Curry's greatness can't always save the Warriors. And that was before Butler's knee injury, which will cause him to miss the rest of this season and likely most of the next one. Curry couldn't help but shake his head in frustration at times on the bench. That frustration was also telling as he answered questions after the game. The biggest question about the future, the one about how he felt the injury should change the direction of the franchise, the one he knew would be coming, was still too raw for him to answer. "I'm not talking about that right now," Curry said. "We're just trying to win a game on the road. So there's a lot of time before the February 5 trade deadline. There's a lot of time before the playoffs. I don't need any existential thoughts right now." Still, his answer offered a glimpse into how he's feeling. And those feelings are going to be something to watch more closely if Golden State continues to struggle to win games without Butler. On Thursday, against an undermanned and underwhelming Mavericks team, the Warriors' biggest problem became readily apparent, especially down the stretch. They simply don't have enough talent to overcome their mistakes. Curry knows it, and so do the rest of his teammates and coaches. "It's obviously a tough situation," Curry said. "First and foremost, you think about Butler and his recovery and his spirits. Just trying to be there for him as a friend and teammate. But basketball-wise, we have to make the necessary adjustments to try to keep a semblance of our identity that we were forming with him as a part of that push. These last 2 games have been difficult in making that adjustment, but I think emotionally, we have to try and move on as fast as possible to not let things spiral the wrong direction. That's really the biggest challenge the Warriors must face the rest of this season. How do they not allow Butler's injury to push them into a funk they can't get out of? After all, they had won 12 of 16 before the injury, with Butler and Curry playing their best basketball together of the season. Now they dropped 2 straight as lingering hopes of championship contention fade away. Warriors coach Steve Kerr remains steadfast that Curry will find his way through the fog of the lowest point of an emotionally challenging season. "He's Steph," Kerr said. "He's handling it as well as humanly possible. The guy's got incredible perspective on life and the game and how much he loves it. What a lucky person he is to be blessed with this talent, and this career, and this life. He never forgets the perspective that he has. It's one of the things that makes him special, I think. So he's embracing and relishing playing. He's crushed about Jimmy's injury. He knows what it means and what it means to our team, and that part really hurts him. But he's still gonna go play and enjoy the game, and enjoy his life, because he's got it all figured out." Curry said he's still unsure how to prevent the injury from overwhelming everything else, but he's been around the NBA long enough to know that every team goes through this at some point. He watched as former teammates Kevin Durant, torn Achilles tendon, and Klay Thompson, torn ACL and Achilles, went through career-altering injuries and how they impacted the group. Curry missed 4 months with a broken hand in the 2019 to 2020 season and managed to build that iteration of the Warriors back up to another championship in 2022. He knows it can be done. But at this stage of his career, he also understands how tough that will be. It's no secret this is difficult for everybody, Curry said, trying to accept the reality of what's going on. The good news for the Warriors, and for their legions of frustrated fans, is that Curry isn't going to stop trying to figure out how to pull his team up from this latest setback. He still carries the confidence of a man who has won 4 NBA championships and delivered for his team time and again. As he faces this challenge, though, the disappointment on his face, and in some of his words, is evident. He's frustrated he can't do more to fix the problems, but he's defiant that he'll still find a way to carry his team when they need him the most. As long as I'm out there, I'm always confident we can win, Curry said. It's how I play. It's how we want to play, and until proven otherwise, you have to carry that mentality.